right
See
there.
the stuff you be hitting me with?
That's critical right there.
Man, what's up, YouTube? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Up?
Why do you stay when God says leave?
What's up, Ambitious Class 3? What's going on?
What's up, YouTube? Drop in the comments, like, share, subscribe. Remember to subscribe to the page. Remember, telling people about Balanced Living Podcast.
Make sure that you subscribe to the Balanced Living _ podcast on Instagram and Balanced Living Podcast on YouTube. Man, we going to a whole nother level. This month, we're celebrating and bringing awareness to mental health. And also we're celebrating lupus. This is the month of May where we're celebrating mental health and lupus. Make sure you show your love to your people that are dealing with lupus. They wake up in a lot of pain every day. Make sure we continue on praying for them. And also for the mental health people who mind is messed up. And for those who don't know their mind is messed up, thinking they living correctly, make sure you're praying for them also.
Okay, we got to correct that. Let's correct that because there's a big stigma around mental health. And it's not that their mind is messed up. Let me help you. Is that mental health is just like while we celebrate Mental Health Awareness Month, mental health challenges is just like if you had a cut and I cut you, but I could see you cut, I could see you bleed, I could see the scar as it heals. Mental health is just it's a scar or something that you have a challenge with mentally, but we can't see those things. We can't identify and say, okay, he has a challenge with depression, but he got a cut on his leg. More people than you know deal with various forms of mental health. So we want to be able to address that, help them, guide them to the path that they need to help get healed. You know, some people deal with it forever for life, but there's things that you can apply to your life, tools you can apply to your life in addition to the blood of Christ that can help you live better, be better, grow, and everything else. You know what I'm saying?
That's good because a lot of people don't know that. That was good information that you shared with us. We give him a special shout out to Roland Jack. He made it to the show.
Roland Jack,
man, he ain't came on live. We made it, G.
Yeah, I saw somebody say I'm a huge advocate for therapy. Shout out to Dr. Brittany, her therapist. All right, John Rika Norwood. Men especially, I agree, John Rika. Men actually don't. They have a stigma, like they feel like if they got to go to therapy, it's a problem. I did not want to go to therapy. I go to therapy on Thursdays. I was like, man, I don't feel like going. But it was a great session. I had a good, and most of the time when you don't want to go, that's the best time to go. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, even if I don't have challenges or issues or anything major to talk about, it's just good to go and vent, talk through some things, etc. So, ladies, remember to support Bashful Health. We're sponsored by Bashful Health at Bashful Health or bashfulhealth.com. Remember to use JOCIN for 20% off all the products on Bashful Health. It's vaginal care products made for you, especially you from a physician, not anything just on the shelf, not somebody came up with just to sell a product, but this is physician created products for you on Bashful Health. All right, what you?
We got a couple of comments.
I need a Christian therapist. I have a referral for a Christian therapist if you need one. My therapist is not just a Christian, but she is also a pastor. So she has the spiritual, but she also has the clinical. So she is a licensed clinical social worker, licensed clinical therapist that has many years of experience. I know other people that are Christians that are therapists as well. I'm looking for good therapists. So we can drop some of those later in the comments as well. Stay on the show and we'll drop some of those contacts for some good therapists as well.
And before we get started, everybody who's on this live right now, make sure y'all following the official Just Jocin page on Instagram. Because down the line, we're going to be transitioning to that one page going live on Thursday. So make sure to go follow the official Just Jocin page on Instagram. Click the link in the bio if you want to join that. We about to get started. It's going to be a great night tonight. Looking forward to it. What I'm... Huh? All right, G asking the question how I'm celebrating Mother's Day this weekend. Mother's Day was kind of challenging for me. The true mother, like I have my mother, but my grandmother was the one that kind of like showed me more love. I usually don't celebrate Mother's Day, G, to be honest with you. To be transparent. I kind of now I'm starting to do that now, be more open to go and celebrate it with my mother. And I have my personal reasons for that. So probably this week, I'm probably gonna actually go and celebrate my mom for a little bit on Mother's Day because she's going through a lot. Her husband is in and out the hospital.
Gotcha.
He had fluid on his lungs. So she kind of like a little bit stressed out. And I told you guys, y'all know my uncle had died recently. She's still trying to get over that. Work is overwhelming. So she's gonna take a little mental break to get herself together. So this time is kind of different. So I might actually take that trip out of town and go celebrate.
And just take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, happy Mother's Day for all the ladies, all the mothers. And I mean, when we understand that, really, a lot of times motherhood is very non-traditional. Like I had, my mom was there, but I spent, because my mom worked so hard to take care of us, she had 4 kids. I spent a lot of time with my grandmother too. You know what I mean? So it's like that's still your mother in certain forms. You know, I think any level of motherhood, stepmothers, blended families, whatever it is, we honor you, you know, because you don't have to do it. They got grandparents taking care of their grandkids, you know. So whatever that is in any way, shape, or form, definitely we celebrate you all this weekend. We're gonna get into this question.
But I got a question since we're talking about motherhood, right? Since the man is celebrating, because some men think just because they're celebrating, check that too.
What?
It might be that. Just because the man celebrate his mother, he tend to not celebrate his partner. You ain't my mama. How do you feel about that? Or have you come across? Because I came across a lot of men that say she ain't my mama, but I celebrate my mama. So do you celebrate your wife?
Yeah, I think even as much, because again, once you're in a relationship, we always talking about dating and marriage and all that. Once you're in a relationship, your home is the chief home. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to you celebrate your mama, but you got to celebrate your wife before you get outside of your home. First and foremost, especially as the mother of your kids, if y'all have kids. If she does not have kids, I don't care if she got a dog. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is, that could be a situation where she can't have kids. You need to celebrate home first, and then of course celebrate your mom. Not saying you got to do one above the other, but definitely celebrate home first. There should never be a situation where you're celebrating your own mother and you passing over your wife, you know, if y'all together, you know.
I just want to touch on that because that was a conversation earlier. So we could go on to the next question. But
now here's the touchy thing. Ain't no celebrating the exes and all of that, and every baby mama and dropping the gift. We're not doing all of that. You know what I'm saying?
It's the present one.
Yeah, we're not doing all. You don't do all of that. You ain't gonna have no house if you do that. So definitely make sure you celebrate. If you forget Mother's Day, Monday you're gonna have a problem.
You're gonna definitely have a problem.
You're gonna have a problem.
Shout out to Mona Lisa. She finally made it to the page. Another one who always out and about in a busy schedule, saying bless us with her presence. Come on, let's get into it.
We're gonna get into it. So the question we were talking about, Z and I often talk about the questions ahead of time. We were pitching back and forth. What do you do when God says leave, but you still stay? Man, what do you do? And we talking about everything: places, spaces, and people.
Yep.
Relationships, jobs, whatever that is. When God tell you, okay, you need to move, whatever the signs are, whatever He telling you, and then you still stay there. Why do people do that? Why do people still stay when God tells them to move?
Because we crave for what we crave for. We lust what we lust for. We want what we want. But we know, like we think we in love with the things because we're afraid to let go. And then we tend to have that IOU. Okay. Living off that IOU. They was there when I ain't have nothing.
A shame.
They did this for me. They did that for me. You don't understand. But they changed their patterns, how they take care of you and treat you. So you live off that IOU. But God is trying to remove you from that situation, that job, that relationship, your family. It's important that you hear from God. But some of us be blocking God out.
Yeah.
And be doing our own thing. So when we do hear God, we so far gone to where we don't hear God.
Ooh.
We hear what we hear, our lust and spirit that we have inside us.
Yeah.
We don't hear nothing else but that lust and spirit will be craving for.
Mm-hmm.
We craving for that job that's giving us money, but we overworking ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We crave for that relationship that's toxic. It might be good sex, but he beat the hell out you. He disrespectful you. She talked down on you. She put you down, but you love what you love. And I get it. Some of us are afraid for something new. We're afraid of change. We're afraid to get something better. Be comfortable where we at. I'm comfortable with working that job. I know what I got to do to play to get my days off when I won't get it off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm comfortable with this relationship. I know they're gonna act an ass. I know they're gonna disrespect me. But if we apologize and get over it, for a few days, we all good.
Yeah.
But something that's new to you, go give you a job that's gonna work you Monday through Friday, get you a salary that's 75 to 100 grand. You don't want that. Because you're afraid that they're gonna work you too much.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know. But when it's God destined, he's gonna align it. If you're aligning with God, you're gonna be at peace. Even like in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Two things we don't trust God with: our heart and our money. Men with the money, women with the heart.
God with our heart and our money.
Men with the money, women with the heart.
Okay.
He be trying to get you to leave. He ain't give you all these red flags, the yellow flag, the gold flag, the pink flag. He ain't give you all those flags.
And they still don't want to leave.
You stood up. And you know you sleeping at nighttime thinking about it. Because the Holy Spirit gonna work with you, because if you're connected to God, if you still believe in the Holy Spirit, because a lot of people don't want to talk about it. They call it something that they call it the sage now with the thing, you know how they do.
Yeah.
They don't want to believe in him no more. They don't want to believe in the Holy Spirit. But if you're connected to God with the Holy Spirit, he gonna chastise you. You gonna be twisting and turning. You wonder why you can't sleep at night, because he's trying to guide you to where you need to go. You need to leave that situation.
Yeah.
It's like you're putting that person or that thing before God. God will come second.
Gotcha.
You don't put God on the shelf, and whenever you won't be bothered with it, you're gonna use it up. Nah, you can't do that. What's your take on?
I mean, I think I'm gonna ask another question, but then I'm gonna answer and come back. Because I think the challenge is oftentimes
preach early.
Oftentimes people are challenged knowing when it's God telling them. And again, the question is, when God says to leave, why do people still stay? Whatever that is, whether it's a job, places, people, relationships, all that. So it's like oftentimes people are challenged with if it's God that's telling them to leave in the beginning, you know? So when they don't know if it's God, they spend a lot of time going back and forth. Okay, is that you, God? Did you really say leave? Then they go through a good season and then they still stay. Then it gets bad again. God, you told me to leave. That was you. But you keep forgetting the voice because they're not comfortable with who they're hearing. And they don't know if it's them or them. That's when you got to put that work in to discern the voice in the word of God and the knowledge of God to know when it's him telling you to leave and telling you to stay. So with that, beyond that question of knowing if it's God or not, the next thing after you know it's God, a lot of times people are more comfortable in chaos because they're familiar with it than challenging themselves to take a risk and get a new reward. Okay, so I would rather get comfortable in this place because I'm not scared. I could close my eyes like I'm at my house and walk through it because I know this place. You know what I'm saying? I know, okay, I'm gonna put my foot here because I ain't gonna stump my toe. You know what I'm saying? I know that this right here and this right here, he might click out and the job might act crazy and the kids might go, or whatever the relationship is. I'm comfortable in a relationship, so I would rather, regardless of what God's saying, God, you can't be telling me to move. You know what I'm saying? You're telling me to move because I'm comfortable here, even though even though it might feel like it's not where I'm supposed to be, and I know I'm not supposed to be here. I've grown so comfortable. Everything I have has grown around the chaos. But if I take that risk, God really trying to push you to a greater reward. But we so comfortable that we willing to stay in chaos, then go reap our reward that we're supposed to reap.
We don't want nothing good. We don't want nothing new.
And when you don't know that voice of God, you just stay there long, man. You stay there long trying to hear and translate if it's God. All that time, man, you take that risk, jump. If you don't know,
Take that risk.
If you steady questioning, is it you, God? Is it you telling me you did better taking the risk and you could have just came back?
But we don't have risk takers no more, G.
Yeah, that's
because so many people are trapped in trauma to where they don't want to take that risk.
Say that again. You gotta say that slow. So many people are trapped in trauma.
So many people are trapped in trauma.
Okay.
So where they don't want to try something new.
Mm-hmm.
They're afraid. They're living in fear. It's too good over there. It's too good to be true. They don't even get to that phase yet. A lot of people keep going backwards and not moving forward. The Bible speaks on how God told the people, if you turn around, you're going to turn into salt.
Yeah.
And the lady in the Bible she turned around and she turned into salt.
Yeah.
If you keep turning around, your life going to go down. Yeah. Your value going to go down. Your anointing going to go down. Your purpose in life going to go down. Because you're not living in the alignment with God, because you're not listening to his voice.
Yeah, talk to the people right quick. Keep talking to them.
You staying blinded, you're not listening to his voice. You got to stay connected to what your father have, the plan that your father have for your life. If you're not doing that, you're going to always be miserable. You're going to always feel like you're failing in life. You're going to always face with a lot of shortcomings. You're not going to elevate. You're not going to grow. You're not going to even have balance in your life because you're not listening to him. Stop living in fear. Remove the fear and place it with faith so you could grow. So you could grow. That's the key.
What's some reasons y'all have stayed somewhere longer than you needed to stay? Or have you ever stayed somewhere, then realized, man, God was trying to tell me to leave, but I stayed there too long. I got stuck.
And be transparent. We're not judging nobody. We here to help each other out.
Man, you'll stay somewhere and then
I stood somewhere before.
Opportunities that you could have had. But I also don't live in regret. So even when there's a lesson in it for me, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really live much in regret.
I stayed in something longer than what I should have.
Okay.
But the second time around, when I finally left it and went into something new, it's a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. But I had to step out. Yeah. And because it was God connection, it still was there. Yeah. A lot of people are afraid if it's not going to be there or not.
Got it. I pretty said afraid of what's out there, thinking and she said she didn't leave because you're thinking I didn't deserve better. Somebody say they stayed for their kids, never again. Mm-hmm. Being a people pleaser. A lot of times, just because if you leave on good terms, I don't care what it is. If you leave on good terms, you can always go back. Mm-hmm. Or you can always keep something else and something else. I'm not talking about a relationship. You know, more often than not, you can't keep one relationship and you got another one. We ain't about to play them games.
Yeah, we ain't about to play that.
But I'm talking about a job, a circle of friends. You know, I got the next question. Yeah, a circle of friends. A habit that you're doing, whatever that is. You know, say even if it's a business, God might be telling you, okay, it's time for you switch the game up, do something else. If you end anything on good terms, you can always pick that thing back up again. You know, so I think other than relationship, I don't care if it's your church. If you leave on good terms, man, go back.
Leave quickly and quietly.
Always go back.
You always go back.
Always go back. You stop the business and then God tell you to pick it up back in and start it again. You always go start back. It again. That's what it is. You know. If you end, say, look, y'all, to your friends, look, y'all, I need a break. I got to do some work on myself. I'm gonna take a break from y'all. Nothing against y'all. It's just me. There's no reason they shouldn't be able to accept you back into the fold when you come back around. You know. Somebody said she definitely left her job in NOLA to relocate. The principal begged her to come back, and now she back. You see what I'm saying? That's when you leave on good terms. That's when you know your value, and then you can come back.
You know your value,
and you solid. You know.
But people stay in those places like that because they don't know their value. They don't know their self. Yeah. They don't know their worth. G. Yeah. And that's important. You have to know those three things.
That's good.
You have to know those three things. So you mentioned something about friends, right? So I have a question for you.
Okay.
What do you do when your day ones are not growing with you?
What do you do when your day ones are not growing with you? I think I see a lot of that, especially in business and in Christianity or religion, whatever it is, whatever you are. You know what I mean? When you start practicing your faith life. I think I see a lot of that where you're outgrowing. Sometimes even in relationship, what do you do when you start outgrowing your environment, basically? Whether it's your friends, your family, sometimes your partner, your spouse. For you, it's always about, to me, I'm not going to leave you without at least trying to help you. Okay? So that's the first step. If I'm elevating, I'm trying to elevate everything around me. Okay? But I can't let you slow me down. Nor can I let you distract me from where I'm trying to go.
Right.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So if I'm elevating, say if it's your spouse, you telling, look, baby, look, we doing this, I'm doing this, I'm trying to get to here by the end of the year, I'm trying to get to here in 5 years, 10 years, etc. Okay? Your job, look, these are my goals. I need to be promoted by here. I need a raise by here. I need this by here. But if those things are slow and are not moving at the pace you're moving at, first of all, you got to give it a warning. Look, I keep telling you this when I'm doing. I keep telling you this how I'm moving. Look, this I'm if it's your friends, I'm growing in my faith. I'm not hanging out as much. I'm not doing this like I used to. I'm not doing this. If they are judging you, if it's something that's your job is keeping you back, anything that's slowing you down, that's when it's time for you to make this shift. That goes back to the other question. Sometimes God can answer you in your environment, but we put blinders on to it. So we want to stay in those situations when we see that they're stagnant.
Right.
They're not growing. So you are not going anywhere because you're trying to stay where you're not supposed to be any longer.
Thanks.
So when you're in a relationship and you tell her you setting goals, but if you're the only one setting goals, how you gonna go and they back there? That's like an anchor.
Yes.
That's keeping you in the place that where you are.
Facts.
You never saw a ship in the water and they extend the anchor while it's in the water. And they keep adding chain and adding chain. They don't do that. Once the anchor down, the ship can only go so far.
So far.
So if there's anything like that for me, that's when it's time for a change, man. Look, I tried to help you. And at the end, again, it goes back to how you leave. If you leave good, if you did all you can, and you can say, look, I did all I could. I tried to help you. I tried to be there. Bro, I was a good friend. I'm just going this path. Do you know God? Do you whatever? This is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. Either you can come with me or you can let me go do my thing. That's it.
Everybody not meant to go to the top with you.
That's the truth.
And the older you get, you wind up finding new friends that in your circle gets smaller.
Yeah. Man, I to be very true, like I went to lunch about a week ago with a guy, and for me, it's very casual because I value my time and I value other people's time. You know what I'm saying? So we just end up talking, man. We end up talking for 2 hours, but I don't find many people that I'm really gleaning from and learning from in many. We talking about business, family, all of that stuff. And he has reached a level that I want to obtain. You know what I'm saying? And that was a reminder for me that I got to challenge my circle. You know what I'm saying? And who's pouring into me and in what way? Yeah, you can have somebody pouring into you spiritually, but you need somebody pouring into you financially. Somebody pushing you to, man, look, you need to work out. The stomach getting big. Look, girl, look, the love handle sticking out. All the different ways and pulling you. And then you got to be pouring out into somebody too. So as you pouring something out, helping somebody, pulling somebody else up, you got to have somebody pouring into you. So it was a great business connection that I'm looking forward to growing. So
I'm going to shout out a couple of people. Big Ed, that's my people. Big
What's up,
E.
Big Ed?
Creole Queen, Video Brooke, I saw join the live. Let's get to the next question, G.
Man, you stay at it. We talking about this today.
What's that?
What's the difference between, for you, in a relationship? A lot of times men get characterized as controlling.
Yeah.
What's the difference between being territorial or possessive or however you want to call it and controlling? Where's the line? Where does the line get crossed?
Where does the line get crossed?
And you ain't got to be no stalker to just be controlling. What's the difference?
You ain't got to be no stalker.
What's the difference between
controlling? Is telling you what to wear.
Yeah.
Telling a female what to wear, what to do, what to say, what to talk, how to be around them, how to carry yourself. That's like he controlling everything you do. I don't want you to go out. I want you to stay inside. I don't want you to go with your friends. I don't want you to go out with me.
Is that a red flag?
That's more than that's passive red flag.
Okay,
that's do not enter sign.
But by the time they learn, how do they know early on that this dude controls?
A controlling person with some signs
early. Okay,
they talk their demeanor. Okay, they grabbing your wrist a certain way instead of a romantic way and grabbing your hand.
Like come here, girl.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell.
Gotcha.
You can tell.
So what is just being territorial or possessive? Is that even healthy?
Territory is I'm more protecting you. Possessive is I ain't letting you go. Whatever you talking about.
Gotcha.
We break up, I ain't letting you go. Territory is I'm just protecting my family, my spouse.
Gotcha.
Like I don't want nobody to disrespect your space. I think that's more of a good thing. But possessive is that boy crazy, girl.
Yeah. I think a lot of times too.
He crazy, fat. Leave him alone.
A lot of times too, for me, I'm big on respect.
Yeah.
And a lot of times women may not see the ways men are disrespectful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because women got their little games they play, but men have stuff they do too.
Right.
Yeah, you got old man. Look, I don't care about that and all. You know what I mean? Like we're not about to do all of that.
Right.
So a lot of times, I feel I'm being protective because I don't want a man to disrespect my wife. So it's like, okay, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna. Okay, baby, that might not be the best outfit to wear, but you gonna wear what you want. You look gorgeous. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I might at least offer my opinion because I'm coming from the perspective of a man and how a man gonna look at you. You always gonna look gorgeous. You're gonna look beautiful. Yeah, you can wear that. Yeah, wear that with just me and you. We gonna hang out.
Yeah.
But I believe that the opinion should always be received. But at the end of the day, it's up to your wife, your woman, whoever it is, to decide what she gonna wear, what she gonna do, all that. They're a human being. They're a grown adult. Right. If they needed a parent, they would have got a parent, not a spouse.
Yeah. I like that. That's good.
I'm serious.
That's good.
If you needed, if they wanted a parent, they wouldn't have started dating.
But for a person that's dealing with that, what would be your suggestion to help them out?
If they're in a controlling relationship, if you are in a controlling, you got to start setting boundaries. Okay. If there's somebody that if y'all in a situation where you cool with them going through your phone and this and that, hey, that's not a boundary for you. But if it's a situation where
through the phone,
if it's a situation where there's something that you require, you got to start setting the boundary and say, okay, look, here's what I would like. But also, if you're dealing with somebody who has insecurity issues, they've been cheating on, stuff like that, you got to help them along the way. Look, baby, it's not that I'm cheating. It's not there's nothing going on, but I need a little privacy, you know? So if I would like if you would not check my phone, you give me opportunity, don't criticize what I wear, because it makes me feel like this when you tell me this, and this. So I prefer if you just let me do what I do. If it's something inappropriate I'm wearing, if it's something inappropriate I'm doing, let me know that. But then don't say, oh no, you can't do this. Oh no, because I'm a grown adult.
Right.
And at the end of the day, as you build boundaries up, if that person cannot let you live in your boundaries and they keep overstepping those boundaries, then it's probably time for some counseling. You can't let them slide on the boundaries either.
Is it maybe that's a sign that God telling you to leave.
Not all the time. Issues in relationship don't mean leave. That's the problem. We got a high divorce rate today. That's one of the questions. Like the reason we have so many people getting divorced is because every issue is not a divorceable issue. Every issue, there's very few things that can't be fixed. But it's gonna take some time, okay? And nothing is gonna be fixed overnight. But every issue is not divorceable. If you got a controlling husband, you knew he was controlling when you got him. If your wife controlling, she a little insecure. Where you going? Who that is calling you? Why you ain't come home?
Why your phone ringing?
It don't take that long to go to such a.
There ain't no church member.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Why you was at church so long? If you got that wife, that doesn't a wife or husband either one, because we both interchange these days. So it's like. If you have that situation, you gotta just address it. People don't communicate through stuff enough to get through it. Yeah. So if you can communicate through it, I think. What's up, Wolf Street? That's my boy Wayne Go. Gotcha. Wolf Street Coffee on Camp Street. Gotcha. Drop the address for the coffee shop, Wayne Go.
Gotcha. And then it's not just only boundaries, G. Trust too.
Yeah,
you got to have trust.
Exactly.
You got to have.
I pretty say he was a stalker. See all that controlling stuff they thought was cute. in the beginning. You're right. When he was, oh God, he loves some me. You know what I'm saying? He loves some me. He don't let me go nowhere. And all that. But then when you want to go somewhere, now he's talking, he's controlling. He don't want to let me do nothing. Oh no, what about that cute stuff you was talking?
Right.
So, but it's about building trust over time. That's where the communication comes in. As you get to know the person, if they have insecurities from the past, whatever that is from the past, you can help heal them and go from there. Mm-hmm. So have you ever dealt with somebody with trust issues? Z?
Trust issues because they dealt with past hurt years and years and years ago. Like, it's like, you have to understand, I'm not that dude. I'm not your past. I'm not what hurt you in the past. I'm not your father. I'm not whatever hurt you in the past. That wasn't me. So I dealt with it a lot, like trust issues, like the small things, like any little smaller knick-knack that probably reminder of what an ex did. It's not me. Like that's bad. Like, before you go to dating somebody, make sure you heal before you date. Because you're going to mess yourself up and you don't want to mess somebody else up. Because every day going to be a day of toxic. It's better for you to heal before you date. If you know you're not together, you know you're not right, don't open up that door.
So I think, and I caught a lot of that, I'm thinking, even in my situation, a lot of times when you deal with somebody who has had trust issues from their past relationship and they have those traumas, and this is why you ask people, again, last week I talked about a question that Sarah Jakes, someone asked her, what's the initial question you ask when you're dating somebody? And she said, what is your greatest past trauma and what residual effects will I see right now in you from that trauma? That way you know how to address it, and then you can recognize, okay, this person been cheated on, so they might have a little issue. They might be a little concerned. They might want to check a phone here and there because they still healing from that insecurity of infidelity. So, but when you get with somebody that has those issues, that doesn't mean you give up on them. But what you do is you may be the one to help heal them. You may be the one to say, oh, look, there is a faithful man. There is a faithful woman. They can't have
but the person got to be open to receive that.
Completely, they do.
They got to be open to receive.
They got to know they were traumatized. First of all, they got to know that they were traumatized, and they have to identify their areas in the trauma. Okay, no, you don't cause me to cheat, but if you were accepting of it, you played a part in your own trauma. Mm-hmm. If you were accepting of it, you played a blind eye to it, you also were participating in your own trauma. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that was okay, not to say that you weren't forced in some kind of way, but it's like we become comfortable in chaos. Like I said, when God tell you to move, you've gotten comfortable in it and you steady there. You know this person doing this to you, but you stand.
And I like when you said just a few minutes ago, like a few seconds ago, that person that know you've been trauma, they're gonna tell you it's different over here. Mm-hmm. They're gonna show you different. I'm not that person.
They should.
I'm not. If they answer you, I'm not that person. So they want you to be aligned with them, and not keep thinking about that
past. Like we should.
They're gonna tell you it's different. They're gonna talk to you.
Only too many times.
It's different over here.
You gonna keep bringing me. Oh, you gonna keep bringing up. Oh, you just like my ex-husband. That's why I left him. You just like my ex-wife. That's why we're not about to do that.
No, we're about
if you still in that relationship in your mind, you still in that relationship.
You gonna ruin a good person.
You gonna mess that up.
You're gonna mess that up
because that person's gonna feel like you steady putting them. You are carrying their punishment and consequences over to them.
No.
You are punishing them for the previous person's actions.
Yeah.
But here's the thing too. We were talking about earlier. You and I were talking about what prevents a married person from cheating. Mm-hmm. Okay. For me, if you're in a relationship, if you help this person heal from being cheated on, how horrible is that for you to then go back and traumatize them? If you went through the situation with them, You were the rebound or whatever it is. Y'all dating now. You knew what happened. You was the shoulder to cry on. You helped them heal. And now, how horrible is this for you to go slice right back in that wound?
Oh, that's horrible.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord.
So for me, that's what keep me on top of my faith and my vows and all of that. I don't want to traumatize my wife after I helped heal her from that.
Facts.
We're not about to do that.
Facts.
I'm not about to see you go through that pain again.
Facts.
So if the love for the person that you with is not at least there, then I can't help you. If you watch this person go through it, you watch them and be in pain. You also dealt with the consequences because you dealt with the insecurities from the cheating and the insecurities from the pain, and then you go right back and you slice right through that wound, bro. A person just as worse as the last.
A person can be so strong for so long, and they believe you.
Look. I pretty say enough for me to catch a case. That's what I'm saying. like my wife always say, man, now you playing in my face. You know what I'm saying? You knew what was up. You knew what I was hurting from. You got me where you needed me.
In the words of somebody, don't play with me.
Yeah, but see, ambitiously say heal before dating. I agree, but that don't always happen sometimes. And a lot of times you can heal, but only to a certain extent because healing is not healing until healing is tested. Mm-hmm. Okay? If you have a disease, we don't know you really healed until we test you to see that cancer or whatever it is no longer there. Mm-hmm. So in a relationship, when you've been cheated on, I don't really know if you really healed until I put you in another relationship. You healed if you by yourself because you know how to cheat on.
I was like, out of mind.
But when I got you in a relationship, how secure are you in yourself? Are you really over being cheated? Are you really over whatever the trauma that happened to you? If you were sexually abused, are you really over that since a child? But when somebody touched you, you cringing. Mm-hmm. Do you need therapy for that? Are you really healed? Healing is not healed until healing is tested.
Oh, that's good. Say that again.
Healing is not healed until healing is tested. That's it. You don't know if you heal until it's tested. That's why you really don't know until you're in a relationship. You cannot just fully heal before you actually are back dating, back messing with somebody.
But people do it.
Yeah. But there's a certain stage. You at least got to be able to give a person space. You got to at least be able to be over the trauma of the past. There are things that may trigger it, but you shouldn't go right back into that trauma. You shouldn't just go right back into that trauma. And you should not be holding the new person accountable for the last person.
Because the new person might just be your miracle.
That's it. Yeah.
That new person might just be your blessing, your healer. That God sent to you. I saw you was in toxic. I saw you was in drama. I saw you was trapped in trauma. And I'm sending a blessing your way. That person might just be your blessing. And that's for male or female. Because men could be a good thing, not just women.
Yeah.
A man could be a good thing.
Yeah, remember I talked about bees and butterflies. If you ain't see bees and butterflies, go catch it. It's on our page. Follow us on all platforms. Look for the one bees and butterflies.
I like that. Tell them again. Tell them that's
So what happened was, and the crazy thing is now I got a butterfly hanging around the house. So that what happened was we were boiling for Easter. And as I'm boiling the crawfish, I had a beehive above my like in my gutter. So I'm boiling crawfish. The bees keep coming out and they keep flying close. I'm spraying the bees with my hose pipe. I'm spraying the bees. Every now and again, I gotta catch one. I'm spraying that I see out of my peripheral vision. So then all of a sudden, I see something flying towards me. I grab the hose. I go to spray it. I spray, but then I look up. It wasn't a bee. It actually was a butterfly. Okay, but I was so traumatized by the bees that I sprayed a butterfly that really did not mean me any harm.
No harm.
But I didn't give it any time to really present itself to see who it was and if it meant me any harm. I got rid of the thing immediately. So I'm grateful now we still got some butterflies hanging around the house. Yeah. You got to know, you got to give it time to really heal.
Because you don't want to mess up that butterfly.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't spray that butterfly.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Look, I pray pretty say even if it's tested, your next relationship doesn't have to work either. I agree. I was healed before and I dated, and I thought I found the one, and it didn't work. I mean, no relationship is guaranteed to work at all. That's why as you get older, especially,
And why is that?
I found because no relationship it's not guaranteed. It's what's best.
Why is not
for
guaranteed?
Me is that as you get older and you have your list of things that you require, you're able to sift through people in relationships quicker, so you don't waste your time and you don't waste their time. So that, especially if you got a family, you got kids, you ain't trying to get a year, 2 years down the road, you to introduce this person to the kids, and then you realize they crazy. You should be able to check all that stuff out in the beginning.
Yeah, it's not going to even get to 1 or 2 years.
If
you're doing the proper steps, that just Jocin are telling you,
every relationship ain't meant.
You're gonna be all right. You gotta just follow the steps that just Jocin.
That's why it's called dating. I'm dating you to see if you qualified. I'm dating you to see if we have a connection. But
my sister just came on. The jazzy chick.
Yeah, that's
my big sister right
there. The problem is we get to the place where we are so desperate for a relationship, move super quick. Let's do this. Let's jump into this. Okay, we moving in. We doing this. Nah, man, take your time.
I'd rather have it flow than force.
Yeah, that's good. Say that again.
I'd rather have it flow
than
to be forced.
Yeah,
that what I put on.
How you know it's flowing?
How I know it's flowing?
Yeah.
The vibe, the chemistry.
That's good.
I can't stop being around you. When I'm around you, I'm touching you. I'm putting my hands on you. I'm loving your energy because energy transfer. Good energy gonna transfer. You're gonna know if you're on a spiritual level. You're gonna know when it's God sent.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be no loopholes. It's not gonna be no shortcomings. It ain't gonna be no, like, you could tell they care about you. They checking on you. They making sure you good. They there for your mental, not for what you could do for them. Because that's gonna come down the line.
Yeah,
that's gonna be added.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it's genuine, it's all about the character in the person. I want a person that care for you, gonna let you know and look in your eye and show you by action. I'm here for you. Without even saying that word. Because the action is gonna show you. I'm here for you. I got you.
They're gonna do it. They're gonna prove you. They're gonna prove
I got you.
What is something for you that you would give advice to a new couple like that?
Man, just let it float.
Yeah.
That person, like, she there for you, bro. He there for you. She's not what you had in the past.
Yeah.
Like, I would tell them, just don't force it. Have good times. Don't miss out on no dates. Don't cancel. If they're showing consistency, it's not just one-sided. Not asking you for a penny, but will buy something for you and don't ask you for the money back. You need to start paying attention to that person,
bro.
Because they're doing that from the heart. And if you mess this up in a dating phase, you're not gonna get this again.
That's it.
You're gonna have to go through 20 women to find this again. And at the end of the day, you still gonna be thinking about that person who is showing you, I'm here.
Yeah.
You're gonna be missing. You're gonna want to kill yourself.
A major tip for me that I would have done differently, even in my marriage now, I would have stayed private longer. I would have stayed under the radar, because when y'all are solid together, y'all can kind of withstand the whole anything that could come against you. So I would have stayed private. Like, keep your thing to you and that person. You know what I mean? Do your hangout. I ain't saying you gotta stay in the house, but do y'all, don't you ain't gotta be running around putting everything on social. You don't have to publicize every detail of your relationship, not being all that. Like, keep it private. The longer you keep it private, the more you can build. And then when y'all come out,
because you know what? Out. That means the phones are down and we both into each other.
Yeah, man.
The phones are down, but when I'm around you, I'm into you. We're having conversation.
And you don't have anything to prove. A lot of times when you see new relationships, they'll stay in something that they know should end, but because they put it out there, they don't want the world to judge them and say, "Oh, dang, he was just with such and such." Now they broke up, So I would really stay private as long as I could.
I'm staying private.
Yeah, man.
I'm staying private. I'm staying private.
What advice y'all got for new couples? It's forever. What's happening? What you got?
I'm staying private and stand on the phone at 3:00 in the morning.
What you talking about? Double text? What that mean?
What the question?
I don't know what that is.
What the question say?
When is it okay to double text someone you are dating?
Double text is you're not giving a person enough time to answer.
Ooh. So that means that's when we were just talking about the controlling, the stalking.
Yeah, you're not giving a person enough
I
time.
text you and then you said hello.
What you doing? How are you?
Exclamations.
Yeah. You're not
the gifts. Are you there?
Yeah, you're not.
My mama
you in the beginning stage. Yeah, you in the beginning stage. Give me enough time. I might be busy. I might be working. I'm not trying to neglect you.
Yeah.
But see, I'm a type of person. I'm different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm available.
Mm-hmm.
Like that phone ring and I see your name because I'm into you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer. I could be driving,
but you can't keep hitting me like
I get fussed at about texting.
Turn off.
I get fussed at texting the drive.
You're supposed to,
but
I get fussed that too.
I'm gonna answer that text though.
I still do it.
I'm gonna answer that text.
I'm bad at it though. I'm trying to get better.
If I can accept a trip request, I can at least take my time to say okay.
But
yes,
you can't be driving and doing.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
but you got the little setup.
Yeah, it's set up. I can boom. Yeah, but they don't like that. But
not me. I'm bad. Pray for me, y'all. I got to get better.
But double text can sometimes be a turn off for some people.
Yeah, because it's like, what you doing that you have that much time that you expecting me to be sitting there ready to text you back? Like, I got where I saw it already. I got time to be waiting for you to text you back. But then sometimes you deal with people
text and drive
that are impatient. I ain't gonna say nobody. This woman that I know, they text you and then you text it. They be like, answer. So I answer another text, and then they want me to answer the first text. I ain't get to that yet. I'm answering backwards.
Right.
So sometimes some people just impatient.
I can't text and drive.
You can't. You're not supposed to, bro.
But I want to let you know you're a priority.
But what's the priority? But so. What's more priority? Do you treat your wife like your wife or spouse like you treat your cell phone? You know, we leave our cell phone.
Do you know what that means?
We leave our cell phone. We go back for that thing.
I don't think they heard you. Say the question again.
Do we treat our spouse like we treat our cell phone? We prioritize that thing.
We prioritize.
You wake up, it's in your hand.
It's in your hand.
You go to bed, it's in your hand.
You leave. Though you forgot it, you going
back and get that.
You gotta touch that phone every day.
Every day.
And they got a lot of people that don't even.
You put more time into that phone
than their spouse.
Yeah.
You got some people that don't even get a spouse a hug.
You done made 10 posts. You didn't text your wife, your husband yet.
Check on that one.
Your boyfriend.
Ooh,
check, hey, baby, how work?
Friend, even dating.
You didn't want
how you doing?
20 apps on that phone.
And you know, it's the most embarrassing thing to pick up the phone and knowing that you ain't texting me or calling me and saw that you post something before you.
Man, look, I'm running business on Instagram. I still set my limit on Instagram at an hour. So at least at that hour, it's gonna remind me, okay, look, you've been on this thing too long all day. Too long. Like, I gotta get to this paper. I'm not about to get lost. It's so easy to get down a rabbit hole, bro.
Yeah.
On that phone.
Yeah.
I got a system.
It got power over you.
System. I wake up, it's the word, it's the money. I'm checking email, and then I'm gone. I'm not about to be stuck on that phone all day. Huh. I'm going to have my phone, but I'm not gonna be on there all day. I was just talking about this woman that was impatient, and that you text her, and she wants you to text her back like that.
Even if you're driving,
she tell you don't text and drive, but then if she wants you to respond.
If you don't respond, you know what they're gonna hit you with? It took you this long to respond.
Yes, don't let her be in the mall. What size such and such and such and such and such. You ain't get, man. Look, I ain't talking about nobody though.
How it is when they call you?
I ain't talking about you. I'm not talking about you, woman.
You say 10. They tell you hit you with. It took the phone to ring 10 times.
Oh,
you can hear with that too.
Oh, I'm not asking you this. I'm asking you this. Did you see my other text? Exclamation. Man. But then you can't text and drive. Which one we doing?
I'm confused.
Yeah. You want me to text or you want me to drive? You want me to answer the questions or not? Which one you want? You know what I'm saying?
I love it. But that's what true love is. Having fun with each other.
Yeah.
You can laugh about it. You can make a joke about it.
I told this girl the other day, man, I spent, but she get mad because I be laughing at her too. I be laughing at her. She funny, bro. Like some of the stuff you do is just laugh. If you can like have fun and laugh, then man, I don't know. I can be in no boring relationship. She don't call people. She don't. If you can't, what's up? That's my wife that king me. But if you can't have fun, I couldn't be in no boring stuck Man, you trying to, especially if you married, you trying to be with this person for life, and y'all can't laugh.
You can't have a joke.
Man,
They got to be so serious every day,
bruh. Laughter is what oftentimes break those arguments and break those hard seasons and those times. I'm here to tell you, you're not gonna be in love every day. If you're unless you're saying, okay, we're gonna date for 2 years and that's it. But if you're in the long term, you're really trying to be with somebody forever. Think about forever. Forever is you don't have no other spouse, ain't no side, ain't no kick it, ain't no man in the cut, no woman in the cut. This is you and them that person. This is how it's supposed to be. Y'all at least gotta laugh. Y'all at least, the sooner you can get over arguments and problems and all of that, that's the sign of a healthy relationship. But if y'all can't laugh, y'all can't have fun, it's uncomfortable when the person come around. They got 4 horsemen of a relationship, and one of those 4 is called contempt. That's when you around the person and you are just so disgusted by them, like, I hate when he come in the room, I hate when she around, this and that. That's a sign that your relationship is on the way out. Like it's almost done. That's when you say God talking to you and all that. Yeah, he talking to you. You need to either fix something or this not gonna last. This not gonna last at all.
What's going on with your Rose? Charles Rose, that's my high school classmate. Melinda on that. Got full gospel on that.
What's up, Mar? Mar was talking about us drinking our wine. You got your bottle, bro? I'm gonna tell y'all the other 4. The 4 horsemen of relationship is these things. Criticism, where you verbally attacking people. You verbally attacking the person. You do this and you do that and all of this and all this. That's one of them. Contempt. That's what I was just talking about. It's like a sense of self with an intent to insult or abuse the person. Like, I hate when you're around. I can't stand you. And oftentimes they talking to their friend. Girl, he did came in here. I can't. Let me go in the room. Blah 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 blah. Look, Bar got a glass. Another one. Defensiveness. Victimizing yourself to ward off a perceived attack and reverse the blame. That means that person never do nothing wrong. Anything to bring, they could be bringing you constructive criticism, and you, I ain't do this. Why you always telling me something? All of this defensiveness, and then stonewalling. Everything happened and you shutting down. You're not talking. You ain't talking for an hour. Then it's 2 hours. Now you ain't talking for 4 or 5 days. We're not doing that. You're not about to talk to me for no 3-4 days. How long is too long to not talk to somebody?
5 minutes. A minute. Boy.
You can't go that long.
We about to. I can't go a minute. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But that's you have to give somebody some space, though. Z Money.
I give them space. 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
5 minutes. No. Okay, so this is what I learned. In a relationship, the 4 horsemen of relationships are the signs that your relationship are ending. The person, one of them is stonewalling. So that's when the person just shuts down completely, and then that person should be able to come back and talk. So what should happen is, this is the rules of how you actually should shut down communication, because everybody need a break. Okay, from the kids, from the relationship. If y'all arguing and it got too heated, before y'all flip out, y'all throwing stuff, y'all fighting and all of that. Don't let that person, because when both people are angry, you really can't think. You really can't think clearly. You really can't emotionally express yourself. So what should happen is the other person should say, look, man, I need a timeout, a break, or whatever. Set a time limit. The max is 24 hours. Okay. If it's 24 hours, it's the person's responsibility who asked for the break to come and start the communication back. If you can't, the person who can't, like you said, you got to do 5 minutes. You gotta build up something in yourself to say, okay, look, I'm not gonna take it personal. This ain't got nothing to do with me. That person need a break. More often than not, they're gonna come back way before 24 hours. If they say they need 6 hours, 2 hours, whatever, you gotta get time to cool down, because the challenge in most arguments is you talking hot head to hot head. And if you get that person a chance to cool down, think things through, then y'all gonna come together on level ground. Mm-hmm. But if you shutting down for 3, 4, 5 days,
that's a problem.
That's a problem.
That's a question. You know,
that's a problem.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing here.
Yeah,
like
boy,
you shut down for 3, 4, 5 days.
How long
that's
you?
A whole problem.
How long you taking at the argument, man?
Man, look.
But that's why we're here for just Jocin to help you not even make those mistakes.
Yeah.
Make those mistakes. Capitalize it. Don't let the enemy in.
Yeah.
Don't let the enemy in. We don't believe in taking breaks with it.
Yeah, you can't. Oh,
like
no.
You break. Like you let anything come in.
Yeah, we not. I believe in I believe in leaving doors open. Like even when you have I'm gonna give an example. If you have somebody that you dated in the past or whatever, and now you chit chatting with the person, or he just checking on me every now and then. Oh, that's an open door. Because at any time that you going through, it could be one of them times where you stonewalling
and you vulnerable.
vulnerable. Now you got that open door. Hey, how you doing? Nothing. I'm all right. He acting. He tripping. He tripping. And now you talking to him. Up. Look, I'm at the club. Come through.
Mm-hmm.
Now you done had.
Come get a drink with me.
Nah, we not about to leave no door open.
I ain't gonna get no drink. I'm staying inside.
Take some questions before we roll out tonight. Y'all got any questions for us? Any experience with stone? How long do y'all stay not talking to y'all significant other? Nola Beauty 25 in the building.
That's my family, my church member.
Remind the people about Balance Living Podcast.
Balance Living Podcast. We drop a new episode every Monday on Spotify under Balance Living Podcast. Also, to make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Balance Living Podcast. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. That's Zyron Gilmore and Balance Living _podcast. And make sure to go to Facebook because I'm on Facebook. Facebook also. Balance Living Podcast and Zyron Gilmore. Also go on TikTok. We under Zyron Gilmore. And make sure to follow us on all social media platforms with the official Just Jocin. After this live, whoever the first person to subscribe to the Just Jocin page, we got a special gift for you.
Which page?
The official Just Jocin on Instagram and official Just Jocin on YouTube and official Just Jocin on TikTok. Mm-hmm. Make sure to press that button.
Look, Nola Beauty 25 says she can't go more than. First of all, I had to learn to even. Z said he couldn't go 5 minutes. I couldn't go 1 minute, but I had to learn to be able to give my wife some space. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give her space. I ain't gonna go bother, but
yeah, I'm a bother.
Yeah.
I used to. I'm getting better.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go bother, but I'm gonna give her time. But I'm gonna be feeling better.
I'm like Nola Beauty 25. I want to keep talking.
Yeah.
Talk.
I'm gonna work it out.
You gotta give people a break. You gotta give them a break.
Like, I'm gonna work it out. Like I ain't trying to argue. Like we came too long. We too long the game.
Yeah,
we too far the game. Girl, I love you. Girl, I love you.
So you gonna humble yourself.
Girl, I love you. Girl, let's squash it. I'm gonna take the charge. Chill out. It's all me. I can be the big man.
You can't always take the charge though, because you're not really teaching the person how to treat you.
But they gonna the person that's into you, they already gonna be convicting anyway.
Gotcha.
Because when it's God ordained,
how you know it's God
ordained? He gonna convict both parties.
How you know it's God? We can talk about that next week. How do you know when your relationship is God ordained?
It starts from dating.
How you know that? How you know that? How you know that for sure?
It starts from dating. We're gonna say that for next week.
We're gonna say that
that's a whole 20 minutes.
Remember, ladies, to follow.
That's a whole 20
follow
minutes.
at Bashful Health, bashfulhealth.com for all your ladies' needs. Vaginal care products tested, tried, developed by a certified physician, Dr. Joe Jones, in the city of New Orleans. So follow Bashful Health, get 20% off by using the code JOCIN, Joseph, on bashfulhealth.com. Monthly subscriptions available, all kind of giveaways, percentage off on top of our 20% off you can get by going right to bashfulhealth.com. Nola Beauty 25 also said communication is key.
And please, I need everybody to do me a favor. Take a picture of what you're doing right now. Snacks, your glass.
He ate all the
please,
popcorn.
I ate all the popcorn already before the show started.
Somebody told us we couldn't eat.
Please don't say that. Please take a picture so you can give us your setup. We're going to repost it on our page. Tag official Just Jocin in the post. Take a picture on your glass of wine, your snacks, your water, whatever you have. After this live, take a picture and tag official Just Jocin. We're going to make sure, let the people know we here. We Just Jocin every Thursday for 7 p.m.
Tell the people about the Balance Living gear too, bro.
The Balance Living. Balance Living. We have t-shirts. We have hats. Click the link in the bio. We have all your needs. Your keychain from your Apple Watch. We have everything. The latest gear. Make sure to DM me if you want anything to support me. I thank you in advance. Make sure to support your boy. We got big things coming. It's gonna be a hot summer. Ooh, it's gonna be a hot summer. I'm trying to get the hummer.
All right, y'all. Good night, y'all. Y'all have a
good
great
night,
one.
family. Good night.
Peace
We
out.
love y'all.